Hello everybody, welcome to Reston Hiking. I'm hiking around Reston, and there you are, there I am. I don't know how, I'm borrowing a camera. It's a cheap Vivitar camera with about an hour's worth of memory on it, and just testing it out to see how it works with some of these hikes that I've been starting to do, and we'll just see how it goes. We're doing about a 10 or 15 minute hike here. We are on what is called French Horn Lane. That's right. Ooh, I'm shining it right in the sun there, aren't I? That's what I am the camo pants hiker. That's what I'm wearing today. My cutoff camo, waist size 28. That's right. All this hiking is making me lean and mean. A lean and mean media blogging machine is what my motto is. So anyhow, we'll just see how this goes. I don't know how the focus on this even works. It's supposed to be some sort of autofocus, so who knows. So anyhow, we were on French Horn Lane back there, which is in the southern part of Reston, which is about 15 miles due west of Washington, D.C. And I'm on a Reston Association trail here, asphalt trail. We'll get off on the dirt in just a minute or two. And I'm just doing a few things, testing this camera out. And you can see a nice concrete culvert down through the woods here. And a beautiful, I mean a picture perfect, beautiful Saturday, October the 4th, 2014. I mean, it is just blessedly gorgeous out here today. And it's about 60 some degrees, though, nice breeze blowing, low humidity. I mean, I often say October is one of my favorite months. October is my favorite month of the year. You know, you have these beautiful sunny days, low humidity here in the Washington area, and nights get down crisp and cool, and the leaves start to change, and it's just beautiful. And so far, the first couple of days of October have pretty much fallen. Yesterday was a little bit rainy, to a bit drizzly. You know, we had a cold front come through last night. But today, started out a little bit cloudy, but then the cooler air from wherever moves in, and it's just turned absolutely gorgeous. So here I am. There's my military boots. They're not real military boots, but I like them. Get them at Kmart. They're only like $40, and I like them. They're the Desert Storm color. They're high, and I think they're really cool. And then, of course, there's my camo pants. There you go. See them there. Lots of pockets on them. So I like that. Let's try it over the head shot. I do not want to drop this camera because it is kind of flimsy. But that's the over the head shot. Just testing some stuff out here. And anyhow. So anyhow, we curve around here. There's actually a dirt trail over there that heads down to the Reston Nature Center, which we'll explore some other day. But anyhow, we're in the Glade, as they call it, the Glade stream through here. This is in between Glade Drive, which is to my left, and Warriors Road, which is off to the right. And then we have a nice stream valley, one of the two twin branches that I mentioned in the previous video. I forget what this thing's called, Snake Den Branch or something. I don't know. Sounds rather ominous, but you know what? I've been walking through this little area for 40 years, and I don't think I probably have seen a snake or two, but it doesn't seem to me to be much of a snake den. As we're dodging the acorns, oh my God, the wind is blowing the acorns out of the tree, and they're coming down like little missiles. Ouch, one just hit my arm. I hope they don't hit the camera. They'd probably break the camera. Jeez. Oh, they really hurt. You know, when you have your head shaved, like I do, of course, as you can see, there's my shave. I like that. Shaved Dave. That's what I call myself, at least on the top of my head. And of course the crazy beard. That's my trademark. People recognize me now. You know, I've been doing these Dave TVs for a couple years now. And they talk about media junk on them. And I got about 800 of them up on YouTube, and people are recognizing me. You know, I go walking around and, aren't you that jerk that does those website, that video? Yeah. Okay, this is a little play park here. This is where my dad who passed away many moons ago, but he used to do his workouts here. He would go running through the network of trails around here. And he would always come to this little play park. It used to be different. They used to have some rings and stuff like that over here. But this is where he would do his little sit-ups and workouts and stuff like that. So I kind of call this the Richard Hughes Memorial Park. You know, a Reston Association doesn't officially recognize that title, but this is the Richard H. Hughes Memorial Park. God bless Dad. His soul is, I'm sure he's wandering around here somewhere. Anyhow, we're on the dirt trail now. There's a little dirt trail, and so we're going to huff it down here. And I call this link of trails unofficially, I call it the Hunting Horn Lane Network, because it circumvents Hunting Horn Lane, which is off to the left there. And you can see the nice little dirt foliage. And as I say in my previous video, one of the reasons I really like Reston a lot is how you can just take a few steps and get out in the middle of nowhere. Really can. So anyhow, and I'm testing out this new camera. This is my friend Michael's camera. He bought it. It was only a couple bucks. It was really only like 20-30 bucks. And then he realized it didn't have any memory with it at all. It couldn't shoot anything. So he had to spend another 20 or 30 bucks for a little memory card. And now I can, I've been playing around with it today. And I realized it's got about an hour's worth of relatively. It calls it high def. I don't think the picture you're seeing is really high def, either audio or video. But it is the top that this little Vivitar schmucky thing can do. But it's not bad. I mean, it isn't bad. Yesterday I did my hike, if you want to watch that. RestonHike02. It's up there on YouTube. Should be right next to this one. I did that with my little Asus laptop notebook computer. I mean, that worked out really well. I was pleased at that. So, anyhow, this one again is a little harder to get myself in the image, so I turn around like this and you can see me and I'll talk. I know the sun is behind me, so I'm probably getting the sun right in the lens, but I can't tell. This doesn't, have the little flip visor on it, so when you're shooting yourself, you can't really see what you're doing. What do you expect from a $25 camera? There I am, so I don't accidentally push the off button, which is right there at the top of the machine. Real easy to press. So, and there's me trudging through the woods. As I said yesterday, my inspiration for these videos is a guy by the name of Syntax77, Sean, out of the Philadelphia area, who does a lot of really cool videos there on YouTube. Check him out, Syntax77. I mean, he does a lot. He goes through hiking up in the White Mountains of Vermont, stuff like New Hampshire, whatever. Climbs Mount Washington, Mount Adams, whatever. I'm just doing some little backyard hikes here in the Reston area. Again, we're 15 miles west of Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia, heart of Fairfax County, Northern Fairfax County, actually, which is the most populous county in the state, believe it or not. Fairfax County has 1.2 million people. I don't know who that 1.2 million people. And we have twice the population of Washington, D.C. Really, that's not a lie. Twice as many people live in Fairfax County as live in the District of Columbia. That is the truth, Ruth. The largest population jurisdiction in the Washington metropolitan area. And Reston is just a small part of it. We are 60,000 people out here. Actually, a glorified climbing district. I'm coming upon someone, so stay tuned. Hello. Okay. Speaking about one of my pet peeves walking some of these trails, and there's a gooey area, is the fact that a lot of people don't control their pets. A lot of times they let their pets run leashless because they think they're out in the woods and there's nobody back here, and then all of a sudden you turn a corner and there's a mad dog coming for your testicles. That lady was very nice. She had her dog on a leash, so even though she's back in the woods, she seemed to be a responsible Restonian. And those are the kind of people we like. Keep your dogs leashed even back in the woods. Because, even though this looks like a wilderness, there's a lot of people back here. Well, not really right here, but Anyhow, we're still doing this little dirt trail, which that's off to the left is Huntinghorn Lane, where my friend Michael and his girlfriend Dina live. And Dina is DCR. My website, DCRTV.com, of course, covers media news. And Dina is our most loyal, favorite subscriber of the site. She's the biggest fan of DCRTV. And she has trademarked that and registered in the Federal Copyright Office. So, anyhow. Boop, 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 boop. Got a little fence thing going over here, which I don't think this camera's going to pick that up too well. There used to be a whole beaver dam down here years ago, and they've shooed the beavers away. Anyhow, it's widening up a little bit here. Very pretty area, a gorgeous day. The leaves haven't quite started to change. There's a few hints of color in the trees, but it's usually about the third weekish or so of October that we have the leaves changing in this area. Sometimes if we have a really warm fall, the leaves will actually start changing, or won't really get to their peak until early November. But this year it hasn't been particularly warm. We had actually rather cool summer, except for a little patch there in August where it got warm, early September. But it's been a very nice summer here. One of the nicest summers I can ever remember. They say we're supposed to have a cold winter, but I don't know. They never know. They said we were supposed to have a really active hurricane season too, and we had virtually nothing. So anyhow. Okay, we're at a fork in the road. You take the high road, I'll take the low road. And I'll take the high road here. And I'll be in Herndon for ya. We're actually not heading toward Herndon. We're heading away from Herndon. That's where I went to high school, by the way. Herndon High. Back in the 70s, when I was a wee lad, that's where everybody in Reston went to high school, Herndon High. Now we have South Lakes High School here, so that's where they go. But if you lived here, if you were going to high school back in the 70s, you all went to Herndon, which is Herndon's a nice town. It's really it's gotten it's an interesting place, an interesting mix of various different people. But I like Herndon a lot. The headquarters of Volkswagen America is in Herndon. They moved there a couple years ago. And of course, I'm a loyal VW guy. Started out with one of those original Rabbits back in 1975. And then went on to a Golf. And drove my dad's Audi around for many years. And that's a VW product. And then I had a VW New Beetle for a while. And now I have a VW Rabbit, a new Rabbit, which is actually the same thing as the Golf. They just, for a couple years there, 2006, 7, 8, 9, whatever called it, the Rabbit. Anyhow, if you look over there, there's a nice little bridge. There's a paved pathway over there. We're going to avoid that. And we're going to continue on this other, that's the way from whence we came. And that's this other path that heads up toward Glade Drive. And of course, we're circumnavigating Huntinghorn Lane, where, as I've said, the magic castle of Dina and Michael is. We will not stop either, although someday I'd like to give you a tour of the place. There's a lot of fascinating things. There's a lot of fascinating things at the castle of Michael and Dina. Down in the basement, which my friend Michael calls the pit. There's a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of cool video. He has a ton of videos, all VHS tapes down there. So we explore that and a whole lot of stuff. And someday I'd like to do maybe another. Since I'm doing Cord Cutter, I do my Dave TVs for DCR TV. I'm doing these hikes, and I'd also like to someday do some in the pit, live from in the pit. So a little studio down there. Now they got this camera works well. We can do that, or we can just bring one of the laptops down there. By the way, if you got an old video camera sitting in your closet or wherever and you don't need it, it's a digital one, and you just don't have any use for it anymore, how about donating it to DCR TV? That would be really nice, because I can use it. I'm, watching the pennies these days, living off the donations, so I don't have a lot of extra cash for frivolous things. But That would be cool. So here we got some steps. And, 43. I must have stopped. Maybe I stopped the video there. I don't know. I'm on a separate video now. I don't know. Playing with this. Just playing with this. It says I'm back down to 55 seconds. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I just erased the whole thing. And now we're back out. There we are at the end of the little walkthrough. I probably did. Let me try stopping this. Okay. I'm just experimenting with this machine. I must have hit the stop button there. It's real easy to do on this little gizmo. So it's stopped and started and something. So I might have missed something there. But anyhow, I'll try to edit these together when I'm back home. But we're on Glade Drive here. I could wait for the 559 to come along and catch that over to South Lakes Village Center or my condo. So anyhow, that is what we're doing. Oh, we're down to batteries. Oh my God, look at the batteries. It really sucked the batteries out of this. See, that's one of the downsides with this cheap little camera. You just do 30 minutes of video and the battery drains. But anyhow, so that's it. Thanks for watching thanks for watching the Reston Hiker. I'm doing hikes around Reston, my hometown. Some obscure things that you might not have seen. And that's that. This is the October 4th, 2014 edition, Huntinghorn Lane Circumnavigation. We're on Glade Drive, and adios, amigos.